A Sunday school program is designed to build a foundation of faith for children and teens. It is a program for churches to teach children, teenagers, and adults about the Bible, Christian beliefs, and moral values. These programs usually take place on Sundays either before or after a church service. Key elements of a Sunday school program. Age groups. Classes are divided by age groups, with different curricula for children, teenagers, and adults. Bible lessons. The core of Sunday school is teaching Bible stories, scriptures, and principles. Lessons include stories about Bible characters and events like Noah, Moses, etc. And events. And most importantly about Jesus, as well as teachings from both the Old and New Testaments. Activities. Sunday school often involves activity sheets, interactive activities, songs, games, and skits to make learning engaging for younger children. Familiar stories. Lessons usually include discussions on how to apply biblical principles to everyday life, molding the students to be Christ-like. Memory verses. Children are encouraged to memorize key Bible verses as part of their learning. Community and fellowship. Sunday school fosters a sense of community among participants, providing a space for them to discuss their faith, ask questions, and build relationships with peers. Parental involvement. Parents may be involved in various ways, such as assisting with teaching, participating in special events, or reinforcing lessons at home. Steps to install a Sunday school program. Pray and seek guidance. Pray for wisdom and direction as you plan and implement the Sunday school. Seek advice from church leaders, or those who have experience in Christian education. Define the purpose and vision of the program. Purpose: to nurture the spiritual development of children and teenagers by teaching them the foundational truths of the Christian faith, that their chief end is to glorify God and enjoy Him forever. To guide students in developing a personal relationship with God through Bible study, prayer, and worship. To provide students with a comprehensive understanding of the Bible, its stories, and teachings, helping them apply these lessons to their daily lives. To help students cultivate Christian virtues, such as love, kindness, humility, and integrity, equipping them to live out their faith in practical ways. To encourage students to make Christ-centered decisions in all aspects of life. To create a supportive and loving community, where students feel valued, accepted, and encouraged in their faith journey. To build relationships among students, fostering a sense of belonging within the church. To inspire students to serve others and share the gospel, both within the church and in the wider community. Vision: to see students grow into mature, committed Christians who are equipped to face life's challenges with a strong faith foundation. To develop future leaders for the church who are grounded in biblical truth and passionate about serving God. To integrate lessons on Christian living with practical life skills, preparing students to navigate the complexities of the modern world. To utilize creative and interactive teaching methods that make learning about God fun and relevant. To build a strong partnership between the church and families, supporting parents in their role as the primary spiritual influencers of their children. To involve parents in the Sunday school program, fostering a shared responsibility for the spiritual growth of the children. Get approval from church leadership. Present your vision and purpose to the church leadership for approval and support. Discuss any potential budget needs, space requirements, and how the Sunday school will fit within the overall church activities. Form a team. Recruit volunteers. Find committed teachers, assistants, and administrative helpers. Educate, study, and train. Ensure your volunteers are well equipped through studying, teaching methods, and biblical knowledge. Clearly define each person's role within the team. Choose age-appropriate curriculum materials. Gather teaching aids like visual aids, crafts, and activity sheets. Plan the schedule like class time, and create a yearly or quarterly calendar that outlines lessons, special events, presentations, and breaks. Prepare the classroom. Arrange the classroom with appropriate seating, teaching aids, and decoration. Ensure that it is safe for children. Promote the Sunday school. Use church services, bulletins, newsletters, or social media to promote the Sunday school. Launch and monitor. Regularly gather feedback from parents and volunteers to make improvements. Periodically assess the effectiveness of teaching methods and overall program. Sustain and grow. Continue to support and train your team. Be open to making changes as the need arise. Keep the program bathed in prayer, asking God to bless and guide the team and the program. Procedure on how to execute a Sunday school program. Preparation before Sunday. Review and prepare lessons for Sunday. Incorporate activities like games and crafts. Gather any needed supplies. Craft materials, worksheets, Bibles, etc. Ensure all teachers and volunteers are scheduled and briefed on their roles. Provide guidance for each age group. Pray for the class, the students, and God's guidance in teaching. Welcome and arrival before class. Have a team ready to welcome the children as they arrive or enter the room. Ensure students are signed in with their information. For younger kids, note allergies, special needs, or parent contact details. Set a welcoming environment. Start with fun activities or background music while kids settle in. Build a friendly, warm atmosphere where children feel safe and excited. Opening routine. First 10 to 15 minutes. Begin with a short prayer to set the tone. Have a short game or interactive activity to engage kids and create excitement. Or lead a few simple songs of praise. Keep it lively and age-appropriate. Consider incorporating hand motions or visual aids to make it more fun for younger children. Lesson time. 10 to 15 minutes. Present the lesson in an engaging way. Use storytelling, visual aids, or skits to bring the Bible story to life. Use object lessons, multimedia, videos or slides, or role-playing. For younger kids, keep it simple, with lots of visuals and interaction. Older kids, include discussion questions, encourage them to ask questions, and think deeper. Teach a short Bible verse related to the lesson. Done during the second session when using PBWI's material. Use repetition, songs, or actions to help them memorize it. Reiterate what the child should learn from the story or lesson. When using PBWI's material, this is seen in the bubble of the story and activity sheet. Activity time. 10 to 15 minutes. Use the activity sheet that matches the story lesson when using PBWI material. You may also plan an activity or craft that reinforces the lesson. Ensure it's fun, creative, and engaging. Be open for discussion. Allow time for students to ask questions or reflect on how the lesson applies to their lives. When using PBWI materials, This is done during the second session after presenting the familiar story for primary and intermediate levels only. But for preschoolers, you may do so at the end of the activity on the same day. Closing routine lasts 5 to 10 minutes. Gather all the children for a final prayer, asking God to help them apply the lesson in their lives. Do a wrap-up activity. End with a short recap game or song. For younger children, something energetic. For older kids, something reflective or creative. Dismissal. Ensure that younger children are picked up by their parents or guardians. Have an organized and secure checkout system. Hand out materials like the story sheet or activity sheet that the child accomplished. If you've prepared take-home activities, memory verse cards, or lesson summaries, distribute them at this point. Connect with parents by briefly sharing what the lesson was about and how they can reinforce it at home. Follow up immediately after the first meeting, then monthly or as needed. Do a short volunteer debrief. Meet with teachers and volunteers to discuss how the session went. What worked well? What can be improved? Take time to pray and reflect on how you can continue to grow the ministry and reach more children for Christ. How to become a Sunday school teacher for children and/or teens. Young adults and adults recommended by their pastor will register on the Renewing the Philippines website and enroll in the Certificate on Teaching Christian Values program to study the following lessons. Philosophy of Christian Education, Children and Teens. Filipino Youth, Say No Teens. Introduction to Christian Worldview, Children and Teens. Lifestyle Discipleship, Teens. Christian Leadership, Teens. Aspiring Sunday school teachers will watch the video, read the manuscript, and answer the multiple choice questions. A trainee Sunday school teacher who finished Sunday School Teacher for Children, Philosophy of Education Course 100. Introduction to Christian Worldview Courses 300-500. Sunday School Teacher for Teens, Philosophy of Education Course 100. Cabaton, Say No. Course 200. May start teaching, provided they commit to continue studying the remaining lessons in 1 month for Sunday School Teachers for Children, and in 2 months for Sunday School Teachers for Teens. Duties of a Sunday School Teacher. Use the children and teens materials provided by the Institute. Monitor the behavior of the child, and be in communication with their parents as needed. PBWI material. Materials for teaching, story and activity sheet, may be found in lombati.com. Each lesson may be used for 2 Sundays. Storytelling and letters A and B of the activity sheet for the first meeting. Letters C and D familiar story and memory verse for the second meeting. The teacher has the freedom to include songs and games for motivation or as a part of review during the session if these are related to the topic.